woke BS is dead in America, and frankly, it's about damn time. Welcome back to the show. Hit that subscribe button. Let's do it. First topic, the EU has officially bent the knee to Trump when it comes to the trade deal. Here's them talking about it. Go ahead, roll the clip.
You're known as a tough negotiator and deal maker. What is in front? And fair. And what is in front of us?
That's less important.
If we are successful, I think it would be the biggest deal each of us has ever struck. So I'm very much looking forward.
Ever struck by anybody? That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Right now we have that honor goes to Japan. We just struck a deal with Japan, as you know. And we're very close to a deal with China. We really sort of made a deal with China, but we'll see how that goes. And we have numerous other deals. And mostly I'm just going to charge tariffs. And, you know, it's not a deal per se, but people are going to pay tariffs. And we're doing them at the low end, not the high end, because we don't want to hurt anybody. And pretty well, but you and I both figured this is really the biggest trading partnership in the world, so we should give it a shot, right?
Yeah. Very much looking forward to that.
Oh, thank you very much. I do too.
Yeah, so let's be real. We all knew this was going to happen. They were going to bend the knee the whole time, but the EU decided to drag it out a little bit longer so they could send a message to their people like, oh yeah, we're sticking up to the man. We're going to take down Trump. We're going to get the better of this trade deal. And now they're just trying to talk about how great it was for them because they're basically not paying 25% tariff at August 1st, so they settled with a 15% tariff. And it's just hilarious because they're basically giving everything and we're giving nothing, right? So Trump's got it, so they're giving us all this money, investing everything and buying stuff from the US, and we're basically paying zero tariff, you know, like it's just, we got the best deal maker potentially in the history of the world doing a full global restructure of trade for the United States. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. The guy's been talking about it for 40 years, saying this is what he wants to do. This is basically how you make America great again. Tariffs, you restructure global trade for the U.S., and the guy's finally executed his plan, right? It's a beautiful thing, and he knew, like, the whole world was going to bend the knee because nobody wants to go up against the guy in a negotiation. He's ruthless. He wrote The Art of the Deal, folks, and he's just showing that, yeah, I wrote The Art of the Deal, and I'm just basically using it perfectly to completely make America great again and restructure the whole global trade for the United States. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So AOC is threatening MAGA, claiming there will be consequences, folks. There will be consequences. Go ahead, roll the clip.
There are consequences to fighting and taking away people's health care. There are consequences to voting against a living wage. There are consequences to ripping up law-abiding, dutiful, undocumented people from their country. There are consequences. There are consequences for fighting against LGBT rights. There are consequences for taking away our right to choose.
Yeah, there's not going to be consequences for anything. Let's just be real. AOC and these libtards, all they have left to do now is to just try to rile people up and get people to go on some sort of radicalized attack and, you know, create division and create chaos in America just to make it look like America's doing crappy right now. And it's so divided and blah, blah, blah. And they just pin it on Trump like, oh my God, look at all these things that are happening right now. All these crazy attacks and, you know, violence. It's all on Trump. He's just made everything. But no, what really it is people like AOC going out and spouting off like that. There will be consequence. No, there's not. And she's the one who there needs to be some consequences for, because apparently she had some sort of her Met Gala dress that said tax the rich. She never even paid for, so she owes money on it. It's like, these people are just such hypocrites, you know, like they play the card of we're all high and mighty and great and we're righteous and, you know, we're on the right side, when basically they're all just scumbags. They're like, just like AOC, right? Not paying somebody for a dress and going out there and, you know, the Met Gala and making it a big deal, and then just somebody gets screwed over because it's the Democrats, right? That's the Democrat Party in a nutshell. Completely lost. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So Trump is claiming Kamala, Beyonce, and Oprah all need to be prosecuted for their campaign donation situation. Yeah, I mean, basically, Kamala was just paying people to go on stage and endorse her. That's because nobody was going to endorse Kamala in this election, this past election. We saw in 2020, it was basically like a social media election where everybody was coming out onto their Instagram talking about how great Biden was and, oh, we need to, take down Trump and we need to vote Biden. Biden's the greatest thing. But this last time around, when Kamala became the, basically the puppet candidate, everybody's like, whoa, no, I'm not going to go I'm not even going to touch that. That could be a career ender coming out and saying that you should vote for Kamala, Giving a Kamala endorsement was basically a career ender if you were that type of person. Because you remember The Rock didn't want to do it. A lot of people came out like, no, I'm going to sit this one out. I'm not going to do an endorsement this year. But yeah, so basically she had to just pay people tens of millions. Like Beyonce got like $10 million or something. Oprah got like 1.5 to just come out and be like, oh yeah, Kamala, everybody, it's you can't be paying people for endorsements because then elections basically just become, oh, who can we just pay the most to come out and say, yeah, you're voting for me, right? So if some laws were broken here and, people were doing some shady things and could be prosecuted like Kamala, Beyonce, and Oprah, I basically have no problem with it. Go ahead, prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law because you took that money or you gave that money just to, get a fake endorsement or to do a fake endorsement. And I don't blame people for taking money for a fake endorsement. I mean, 10 million to just say, yeah, I'm voting Kamala. I mean, I would have probably done it myself, because doing it for the money isn't always the worst thing, folks. I mean, usually it's pretty bad, but it's not always the worst thing because 10 million, that's a pretty life-changing money. For Beyonce, not really, but I still get it anyways, right? I get it. But all right, let's get to the next topic here. So the New York City We're With Colbert protest was a massive dud. Let's go ahead, roll the clip.
And I think that it's disgusting when we can't even depend on the courts to defend our democracy anymore. And that is why we are here today, to be maliciously compliant to our First Amendment right to stand up to this regime. And that's exactly what this is. It is a regime. This is not an administration. We did not vote for this. I'm not going to appreciate every single one of y'all for showing up today. Again, it does not matter how little of us there are. We know we've had an impact because look at these.
You have to love how the whole We're With Colbert movement is already completely dead because, it came out that the guy was losing $40 to $50 million a year. And what can you really say after that? Like, if you just protest after that, you're just a complete moron. But now it's coming out that the New York Post is posting that the guy basically had 176 liberal guests as opposed to like one GOP guest. It's like, what are you doing making a late night show for 20% of the nation? At this point, the Democrats make up about 20% of America because so many people have just jumped ship. So it's like, yeah, you're going to go and you're going to pay all this money to produce and hire writers and staff for a show that caters to 20% of the nation. And a majority of people aren't even watching TV anyways and cable. So it's like basically the amount of that 20% is probably really like 15% when you really look at it. Because it's all the boomers who just still watch late night television and are still libtards watching and, like who want to see that type of bullshit programming, right? It's hilarious how the guy lost 40 to 50 million and people are still trying to blame it on Trump. Like, oh my God, the democracy or, free speech is at risk here. You can't even go up and say anything against Trump. No, you can't go out there and lose 40 to 50 million dollars, folks. That's what the real issue here. It's not, oh, free speech is getting attacked. No, the guy's losing 40 to 50 million. And that's a death blow to any sort of business. Anything that's losing 40 to 50 million has to be cut immediately or else your business will be gone. So that's just the hilarious thing. Colbert people are already off the Colbert train, as you can see from that pathetic, rally for Colbert. And it's just great to see. It's great to see that times are changing in America, and, people are over all the BS of you can't, you can't support Trump, or you can't be a right winger, you can't say anything, and you just can't. Basically, people are just over the whole woke BS. Woke BS is dead in America, and frankly, it's about damn time. But all right, that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and we'll be seeing you.